Hey everyone, how you doing? Okay, so I just want to share the the link in the Discord. Let me see how you all are here. Hi Emmanuel. Hi Len with Joseph. Hi Toby Lover. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so you all go share the link to the stream so we can get more people in here. All right. All right, so gonna like that if you do that. So thank you. Um, so yeah, we'll be starting in a bit. Any, how you all doing? You're good? Your day going okay? Yes, Void. We're gonna definitely learn Void today. Yeah, I think this. Let me reduce this. Yeah, better. Yes. Hi Tobilova. Hello again. So you made a tweet. I'm definitely gonna riff on today. So stick around, and we're gonna discuss that. Hi Adia Dura. Welcome. Yes, most of you are here to learn for. We're going to get in a bit, but for that, do share the stream. I'm going to link to the tweets you could share so that people could join. So let's hang out. So as always, if you have questions, bring them. Okay, bring them. Bring all your questions, your web dev questions, your web dev discussions. Bring them all up here. Let's see. um. So you don't. Okay. Yeah, so this is the tweet Yogo shared. Hi Lenny, hey Lenny, how you doing? So Yogo share that link. So we have 6 folks in here, which is amazing. Yogo share, Yogo comment. So we're going to be checking out my agenda really soon. But before that, let me announce in the Salescast Discord so that people know that we're here. Hey everyone, come join the K stream. Yeah, the link to that. I probably should just link directly to the YouTube video. So let me do this. I'm gonna copy that. Yeah. So we get more people in here. Good stuff. So yeah, I could close this one out. And now let's look at the agenda for today. Are we ready to see the agenda? For that, let me see what's happening here. Okay, so now let's look at the agenda for today, shall we? So what do we have here? So unlike other streams, you and I both have tasks. I mean the viewer, right? So my task, which one would do on stream, and your task, just simple, right? So retweet and comment in here. So the tweet I just sent us, so we have more people in here. But first things first, right? We have a couple of things to do today, which is really gonna be fun. So we're gonna read you all know I'm the view guy, right? So view 3.3 just got announced. I haven't read the blog article, but you and I are gonna read that stuff. So yeah, um, that should be fun. Yes. So let me open that up and I'm gonna close anything that we so you wouldn't focus. I like having just one tab open. So this is the article by of course Evan Yu. So announcing Vue 3.3, Vue versions always have like a anime code name. So this one is Uroni Kenshi. I hope I say that right. So so today we're excited to announce the release of Vue 3.3. The release is focused on developer experience, of course. We like good DX. In particular, SFC, which is single file components, script setup, usage with TypeScript. Okay. Together with the 1.6 release of Vue language tools. So this is like for Visual Studio Code extension. I'm going to show an extension I use pretty quickly, so don't miss that out. And so View Language Tools was previously known as Vola, but now it's not View Language Tools, VLT. We have resolved many long-standing pain points when using Vue with TypeScript. Okay, for the TypeScript folks, this is all for you. So let's see. This post provides an overview of the highlighted features in 3.3. For the full list of changes, you could go read the. So I'm probably just going to give you all this if you want to, all the Vue lovers in here. We'll go check that out. And there's the full change log on GitHub. You could find that. So I'm not really, so dependency updates. Okay, if you're going to update Vola or Vue TypeScript compiler, Vite, okay, plugin Vue upgrade, okay, all this. So if you're using Webpack, you need to do this, but most people are using Vue with Vite, so you should be safe. Let's see. So I have the script setup. I'm just going to scream that. So the script setup and TypeScript DS improvement, imported and complex type support in macros. Okay, so for complex types, you could all do that. And this support for macros. Okay, this is good. Previously, type used in the type parameter position of define props and define emits were limited to local types and only subverted type literals and interfaces. This is because Vue needs to be able to analyze the properties on the props interface in order to generate corresponding runtime options. Okay. All right, this limitation is now resolved in 2.3. Okay, yeah, TypeScript folks, this is for you, right? The limitation for doing all that. I don't speak TypeScript, but it's all good for you all to go. You all go check that out. Components using script setup can now accept generic type. This is good. Seems a lot of TypeScripty things. Yeah, okay. For economics, this I really like this one, even though I don't use define emits like so, but it really feels nice to just pass in sort of like an array signature with the ID number instead of doing all this, right? So this looks a little bit too a lot of code. This is shorter and looks more nicer, so I like that. So this is for like defining emits since you want to emit from a component, stuff like that. Okay, so we have typed slots with defined slots, so you can type your slots. Okay, that is good. So so I think this is a new macro, is it? Okay, yes, it's a new macro, right? So you use it to define slots. That's good. I think, yeah, I would have to play with this one though. I just define my slots in my component, but I definitely do have some use case. So there are limitations. Require slot checking is not yet implemented. Okay, we are tooling things. Slot function return type is currently ignored and can be any, but we may leverage it for slot content checking in the future. Okay, that's good. So experimental features, reactive props destructure. Oh, you could destructure props now, and they will be reactive. Interesting. Previously part of the now drop reactivity transform reactivity props, the structure has been split into a separate feature. The feature allows the structure props to retain. Oh wow, some good stuff. So if you I like this. So when you destructure, when you destructure an object, but in Vue, if you destructure a prop, it's going to lose its reactivity. But now that's no longer the case. Good stuff. I like it. So we have a defined model. Okay, good stuff. This is some good stuff. Other notable features, define options. I don't want to bore you all with all this view speak. I'm gonna geek out on this, but you're gonna endure me reading this for the React folks. All the pain. So yeah. Okay, GSS import source support. Currently view types automatically register global GSS typing. Okay, good stuff. I don't do JSS speak either, but this looks some good stuff. So really kudos to the Vue team for this release. They always keep making our lives better and better with all these nice things that they bring up in here. So that's some cool stuff. So we can check this out, right? So good. And I want to shout out to Toby Loba, right? He made a tweet. Let's go hunt for that tweet, shall we? Do-do-do-do. So bookmark this one. Yeah, can't wait for AS 2023 ECMAScript features. So I guess I probably seen some of this, but this tweet really drew my attention. I was like, yo, we got to check this out. So shout out to Willover for the tweet. And let's see what so here's the bad boy. So this is the article. So let's see some new things coming to ECMAScript 2023. And just like geek out a little bit and see if we could and if you could tell me whatever features you are excited about. I'm just gonna put it in here. Hey Barbara, welcome. So let's see. This year an update to ECMAScript DBDBD. Okay, no, small but helpful. Okay, weak maps. I'm looking for like a list or find from last slash proposal. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, I was expecting like a list thing going on, but I guess we'll have to like deduce. So wait, symbols as weak maps. Explain down here. So we're going to have symbol. Where does this lead to, anyways? Oh, oh no, yeah. But is GitHub down? What the? Oh, GitHub can be down. Yeah, whatever. So we're gonna have symbols as weak map keys. Okay, some other proposal. Two of the proposals improve working with arrays. Okay, so some good stuff coming to array land. Good. Change array by copy. Give developers new method for sorting, versing, and overwriting data without mutating the array it's stored in. That's good for people that don't like mutating stuff. I like it. You have always been able to sort arrays, but when you call a sort function, it will change the current. Yeah, that's true. When you call sort, it's going to like it mutates the current array is not going to make a copy, which I find weird, but yeah, so this wow, this is good. So it's going to create a copy. I like this one. I like this one for not mutating things in place. That would be good. Yeah, people like avoiding mutations. Yeah, I've heard that all the time. So TC39 co-chair and head of Bloomberg JavaScript infrastructure and tooling team, Rob Palmer explained. Okay, that is good. I like it. Array find from last. Find from last. Okay. Also does exactly this the name suggests. Okay, good. So we're gonna have like a new method that's gonna find items from starting from the last item on the array. This is cool stuff. And hmm. Oh, I like this one. You all know I like server-side JavaScript things. So while server-side JavaScript is far from new, it said it feels to me like JavaScript has finally arrived as a server-side language. With this one, oh, hashbang grammar. What hashbang? Let's check the proposal. This proposal is to merge the factor usage to some CLIs. Oh, this thing I'm a jig here, which makes it some CLI things. Cool. So what does this do? So the proposal, making it consistent. Okay, cool. I like it. So some larger proposals. So these are like small changes, right? Some larger proposal coming. Developer said he is interested in temporal. So I'm definitely going to see that in here. Iterator helpers aim to make extremely large data set as easy to work with as finite data structure like arrays. Okay, iterator helpers, that's good. Almost time for temporal. This one was what the developer said he's interested in. So let's see what temporal. If you want to, if you want to geek out, I could indulge you. I'll definitely share you the links. You go check it out. So the temporal proposal is provide standard object and functions for working with data and types. So, okay, good. Some new type things happening. I like it. So this looks like good stuff. So we're expecting, not being able to sort array in place, but also create a copy so you don't mutate, which is good. We're expecting temporal, more consistent hash banks. That is some good stuff. And delivering decorators. The working group has spent more than 5 years working on different solutions. Decorators. Today? Oh, those things. Okay. Okay. So they bring in decorators to JavaScript, or is it, what does this one say? Stage 3, okay. Oh, all these things. Hmm. Okay, that would be good. I thought TypeScript gave decorators, so there's oh wow, so they're bringing decorators to JavaScript itself. Oh, I think this, I don't use decorators personally, but I think for those I like it. Kudos. So yeah, so good stuff, good stuff. I like it. Okay, resource management, obvious. Yeah. So those are really good stuff. So you all tell me what you think about those proposals and what you're excited about if you go check it out. This is really looking good. So yeah, that's for the reading. So this week, you know, I do some JavaScript quizzes, right? So I did ask one. So this one is not really that, it does not require you to do anything much. It's just asking if this code snippet is valid. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna send it over. So yeah, the creators are coming to JS. The JS team was instrumental. Yeah, like it's really good. I like the fact that decorators um are coming to JS. That's one less thing TypeScript does, right? Yes, so that would be cool. And also with the type annotation proposal, if that's being accepted, so that's some cool things coming to JavaScript. So yeah, I like it overall. Yeah. Yes, they definitely. This is really cool. I'm gonna really watch for that and see how that goes. Thank you for sharing, really. I love it. So back to my little quiz, right? So is this valid JavaScript? You all in the chat, just answer me for a bit. Is it, if you did not take this quiz? So let's see. I don't know, but based on my Python background, TS seems similar to Python. Really? Uh, I don't. I, it's. I thought Python was dynamically. It's a dynamic language. It doesn't have strict types. Does it, Lenny? Or you all have it now? It is the tweets. Why we still keep the typing things in the backlog? So yes, this stuff. So the short answer is this is valid JavaScript. So let me just do that. Thank you for playing. This is valid JavaScript syntax. It can be used to implement an if it is an immediately invoked function expression, so this is a valid syntax to do that. Yeah, so that is the short answer. And I probably should check the playground. Let's do did I void? Did I create? Yeah, I did. So let's run it. So okay, yeah, sorry. Your eyes. If Ghost was here now, I'm gonna be like, my eyes, Kelvin, my eyes. So let's fix that. So let's see. If we do node void, yeah. All right, we'll see it worked, right? So the thing, right? You all know that. So let's ignore this bad boy for a little bit, right? And let's do something like this. Type of, let me do console.log, type of, let's just say 3, right? And no. If we do node void, we see a number, right? So you know that this can also be read as this, right? So this is called a unary operator. Unary. it means it takes just one operand. So the signature is the type of, which is the operator, and the operand, which could be like an expression or just a value for expression. So if we do this, if we're going to have like an expression here, like so, this is where the parentheses come into play. All right. If we do that, we still get that. Okay. So type of is similar to void because void is also a unary operator. So that means I can do this, right? But I don't like a lot of, this is just too much of a curly braces things, right? You can do this literally. So I think that's what is confusing most people. So this is not a keyword, is an operator, right? It takes in, and it's like a function, but you can call it without the parentheses if you only have like a simple expression like we have here. All right, so I think that's what threw off most people. Some people say like, okay, I've seen this only in TypeScript, but no, it's in JavaScript. But what exactly does it do? Let's see what this bad boy does. Let's go to the source of truth of most JavaScript things, which is MDM. So I've answered I've answered the type of things, but wait. Let me go into vast. Where is my, so what I'm going to do now, right? In order to I'm going to take a screenshot like I always do. So you are going to watch me do this today. So right, it's just really basic. I have an app for that. Of course, a key shot binding. Yeah, so a key map binding right now. So when I do this, I could copy it, and now I could go to Twitter and just paste it as part of the explanation as I always do, so people can see it's valid JavaScript. All right. So let's do that, and we know that we're close with that. But let's zoom into the type of operator a little bit. So this is MDM, right? So the void operator rather evaluates the given expression and then returns undefined. This is the operational word, evaluates. So meaning whatever expression you give it is going to run it, but it will return undefined. So which makes it convenient for the iffy use case we just had. Makes sense, right? So let's of course, by all things we can always test it, right? I always test stuff. Okay, let's put on an experimental hat, and we're just going to run the same explanation given here. So I could post Twitter. So this one we have an output void one, and when we console the log we have output. So let me, can I do this? Oh, I can't do this. No, go back. Yes. So let's do this now. So we want cons outputs and void one. I like running stuff like this, so I get to understand it some more. Also the log outputs. Let me see. Do we have any questions in there? Okay, yeah. Yes, I like dynamic languages, so I think the types should be like a opt-in if you want, which makes sense. I love it. So back here, right? So if we run this bad boy, oh, right, it just does exactly what we're expecting it to do, right? So when we console the log, it always returns back undefined. So what happens when we do this one? Stop it. So let's say we do console, okay, void, no, console.log expressions. Let me do this expression. Oh, okay. Good stuff. What happened when we, oh wow. So but if we do console.log void, it should return undefined if I have the mental model correctly. I mean, nice stuff. Interesting. So if it's going to return undefined every time, so if you want to store the value, you're always going to get undefined back. That makes sense. But it's going to evaluate whatever you give to it. Nice. Nice stuff. So let's look at the use case here. So this operator allows evaluating an expression that produces a value into places where an expression that evaluates to undefined is desired. Interesting. The void operator is often used merely to obtain the undefined primitive value, usually using void zero, which is equivalent to void zero, of course, which is what I explained the last time. In these cases, the global variable undefined can be used. It should be noted that the precedence of the void operator should be taken into account, and that parentheses can help clarify the resolution of the expression following the void operator. Good stuff. So we have this. Going to return false. Okay. So yeah, so this is the use case that I cited, right? So immediately invoked function expressions. When using an immediately invoked function expression, the function keyword cannot be at the immediate start of the statement, which is what we had before. Let's go back in time. So this one. So if we had this ify would not. Let's try that. See, it complains, right? Expression expected is complained. So because this is not valid, we need something like void. But what stand? You all should know something like this, right? So this is kind of like standard that most people use in code, which work the same way as our little void thingy, right? But I think I like this one better. So the function keyword cannot be at the immediate start of the statement because that would be passed as a function declaration. That's fine, and would generally and will generate a syntax error when the parenthesis representing invocation is reached. Makes sense? If the function is unnamed, it would immediately be a syntax error if the function is passed as a declaration. Interesting. In order for the function to be passed as an expression, the function keyword has to appear at a position that only accepts expressions, not statements. So because void expects an expression, when we do this, this tells JavaScript that this is an expression and not a function declaration. I like it. So this can be achieved by prefixing the keyword with a unary operator, which was what I explained, right? Unary operators usually accept expressions as operands. So function invocation has higher precedence. Oh wow! So this makes sense, right? So what's the trick here is that since function evaluation takes precedence over this one, right? So this is going to get run before void. We have a chance to evaluate it, which would make it return undefined. Because as we, oh god, this is going to get messy really quick, but bear with me. But if we do this now, we're going to get the hey void and then undefined, I guess. Yeah, like so. So that means before void runs on this our function expression, this is going to run first because function evaluation takes precedence over that. I like it. Sweet stuff. So so that's why this works. And I don't know. Tell me which one do you prefer? You prefer this or the normal ify? Okay. Do I have that? Where did I don't know where I run it. So yes, this one. Do you prefer this one or that? Let me know. All right. So yeah, that's us kicking a little bit on that void. So hopefully that clarifies the void thing. When I made the tweet, a lot of people said I haven't seen them. Hey, hi Ibrahim. Yes, welcome. Anywhere you could watch the stream from is totally fine by me. Thank you for joining, really. I appreciate you. So we've done that, right? So hope that clarifies the void thingy. Okay. So now we have 30 minutes more, so we're gonna have to run through a little bit. But I've been watching the remix come. So if you don't know remix, I don't use it, but I've heard good things. Remix, it's build better websites. But this looks really sexy. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna paste that in. So they're currently having remix conf. Day one was yesterday, and I've been trying to catch up. So it's 8 hours of stream, and I really love the keynotes given by Michael Jackson and Ryan Florence. Go watch it; it's really good. So if you're doing React, you're gonna see Dan Abramov there. They did like a little Q&A panel. So you want to hear the future of React and React server components. You go check that out. I would click. Okay, please don't play. Yeah, it did not play. So I'm going to give you the link. Go check it out. I love watching conferences because it's one way to know what's happening in the industry. I also learn from people building this stuff or working. Like they could give you like case studies and a bunch of other stuff, which is really really good. I like it. So you go check it out. Let me know what you think. I love the keynotes. It's the only one I watched so far. You see, it's 8 hours long, so I have some catching up to do. But I really like it. So check out Remix. If you use Remix, just let me know in the comment what you think about it already. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk on that note. So the last two things on that item. So your tax, right? You all have retweet the very first tweet I gave this one. So we get more people in here. Hopefully you've done that. If not, you could do it now. You have the chance to do it now to redeem yourself. And I'm gonna say you've done that. And also join the Salescast community. If you're doing JavaScript, it's the only place you need to be for a community that's supportive and it's focused on your competence, because we love JavaScript in there. So we like diving into the weird parts of JavaScript, making you understand it some more and all that jazz. So bring a friend if you're learning whatever level you are in. We have everyone in there. You see? So go join. I'm always there. So make sure you do. And also subscribe and follow on YouTube and Twitch so you get notification where we do stuff like this. So for the source diving today, we are going to be diving into Anchor. So what is Anchor? So Anchor is a runtime validation package that is used in sales. If you don't know sales, why don't you know sales? If you know me, you have to know sales, right? But this is sales. It's the web framework I'm in love with. Go check it out. So Anchor is used for runtime validation. It's not like TypeScript because TypeScript do static type checking. This one is for runtime validation rules. And if you've seen it in Waterline and also in Actions 2 for those who speak sales. Right? So Action is a JavaScript Anchor is a JavaScript library that lets you enforce high-level validation rules. What does that even mean? Let's check. So if it's sales log, so like I said, like in your models, see all this type, string, unique, true, required, true. That's all Anchor. Okay, and let's say for high level validation, it is used in Waterline and sales. Waterline is the ORM for sales to complement the type safety imposed by ROTTC. We should talk about this in a little bit. I really love this one. So type safety is in sales with ROTTC, which is runtime type checking. This is high level validation rules. This is runtime type checking. Cool stuff, right? And it's built on top of the great work with validator. So let's check what the validator. So this is the package powering Anchor. So a library of string validators and sanitizers. So you go check it out if you're interested in things like that. So what I want to do now is since we already know what Anchor is, right? This high level validation rules. I want to dive into the code and see how it works under the hood. You with me? Let's do it. So if I'm going to go to warp, open warp, I already have Anchor here. So I'm going to do code and just open the bad boy. So this is Anchor. So the first thing I like doing really is if I don't check the README, which since I've already read that's what we have there, I'll go to the package of JSON, but this looks different. So built on top, yeah. So the update, okay, good. So you can use it standalone. You don't have to use it in sales. You could use it in your browser. So if you want to do like high level validation rules, you could do that, or as npm, you could do that as well, which is really good. I like it. So let's check the package of JSON. What do we have here? Some good keywords, some scripts. Okay, it has just two dependencies, Flowdash, then the validator, because it did say it's based upon it. For dev, we have ESLint and Mocha. For testing, let's check the test. Do we have any interesting testing there? Util test rules. Okay, these are just test rules. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. So yeah, so this is really what anchor does. So if you this is integer true, we're testing it here. So when we pass 2 and the string 2, it should fail for strings. I like it. Let me see, do we have any comments? So you all let me know what you think about anchor. If you have any question, you could do that. So accessible rules dash lib rules. Okay. Let me see the index.js. Let's start here for the entry point. So we import lodash as underscore, then match from lib match, which is this bad boy. Okay. Then we are exporting the public API, which is a function, to the entity and the rule set. So the entity, the thing you want to validate, then the rule sets you're using to validate it. So we have an error variable using var. If rule set doesn't contain any explicit rule keys, assume that this is a type. Okay. Okay. If there are no explicit rule keys, we just, so it's assuming you are checking for the type, like maybe like a string or whatever, stuff like that. So to do, okay, normalize the value if it looks like a boolean. Okay, yeah. So for those, I really like this. So you could see this little code here. So for someone forgetting to do this, sales is going to check that. Okay, if this is, so you, I think you are intending to do true, the boolean true. So it's just going to do that for you and also do that for false. I like it. I like this line. This lines of code, really cool stuff. Then if the value is false, then we shouldn't even run the validation. Okay. Yeah, of course. So if, oh, that makes sense. So this is being lazy, right? So there's no need to run this if you say it's integer false, right? So for example, no need to do that because there's no need to check for it. So if the rule value is a boolean, we don't need to pass the value along. Otherwise, we can pass it along so its options are available in the validation. Okay. Ruval on, okay, so using lodash to check if it's boolean. We could, I think we can do this in JavaScript, but this is just make sure it's consistent and stuff like that. So I like it. So rule set, if it's boolean, return undefined, otherwise the rule set. Yeah, so we don't need to pass the value, we just need to pass undefined. Okay. Then we're concat, okay, to join two arrays, you know what I mean. So we're going to concat with the array we saw right at the top. And then we're just going to concat with what is being mashed. Okay, so what we definitely have to check what match does. So check that out. So if errors.length, of course, if there are errors, we return errors. Else, no errors, so return an empty array. Cool. So let's check what match does really. This bad boy. So it takes a match and rules. So we're going to check what rules do in a bit. So match is a miscellaneous rule, returns an empty list array on success or a list of errors if things go wrong. So the way it works is if there's an error, it's going to return an array of the errors or just an empty array. So that's it. That's what that the anchor does really using match. So we're doing this because we want to preserve this function scope. So because we might be getting into some other scoping things going down there. So if args is an array, we need to make it a nested array. Oh, array is array args and rule name not equals to len. Okay. Now, so we put it inside another array. This is cool stuff. Let's see if you're all in there. Cool. Then push data onto the front. So we're going to put on shift, it's going to push the elements to the front, not the back. Okay. Wait a minute. So this is the data, right? So which is, if we check here, the entity, right, which is the data, the rule name, and the rule val. Args. I like it. So ensure args is a list, then prepend it. Wait, we've done that. So we do data here, lookup rule and determine outcome. Okay, so we'll look up the rule by using rules, so whatever we pass in here, so maybe it's like integer, for example, gonna look up the rule. So if it's boolean, if it's false, okay, yeah, it means if we can't find the rule, we just throw an error, unknown rule. Makes this is good. Then var error message equals to rule.apply. So this dot apply is a way to call a function by passing some arguments, or call a function using an object. Okay, so if you want to check dot apply JavaScript MDN. Yeah, so this is it. The apply method calls the specified function with a given this, which was why we had to do self and an arguments, right? So cool stuff. So now if there are errors, we return, what the error is, rule name message, error message, or we return an empty array. Okay, but I did see. Wait a minute. So let's see what the rules are. Whoa, this is some. Oh, so these are the rules. So these are all the rules that Anchor have. It's an object. So you see it's Boolean. All the checks are being done here. This is interesting stuff. So default error message was not a Boolean. Expected types. So this is like the signature of all the helper, the validation rules helpers. This is really good. So we're not going to dive deep into that because if you look at the implementation details, so if you know what makes a number, so we're doing if type of x strict equal to number and pass int x. Oh, yeah. So pass int x is equal to x. Oh, this is cool stuff. So yeah, so these are just the error messages, which does make a lot of sense. So these are the validation rules if you want to go check it out. I could. I'm giving you the other link to Anchor. So that's the link to Anchor. And what I'm interested in is the rules field this one. Wait, require rules, module exports. Okay. All right. So doing a reduce. Okay, let's see what this one do. So this is like a very good use of comments because at first glance you wouldn't really understand what's going on. So wrap a rule in a function that handles nulls and empty strings as requested and as an expected types array that users of the rule can check to see if the value is of a type that the rule is designed to handle. Note that this list of types is not necessarily validated in the rule itself. That is, just because it lists JSON ref string doesn't necessarily mean that it will automatically kick out numbers. It might stringify them. Make sense? So it's up to you to decide whether to run the validation based on its expected types. Nice. So I have the original rule in the function that kicks out null and empty string if necessary wrapped. So we have a function expression here. So if it's null, it's undefined, return got invalid value. And so allow empty string if we're explicitly ignoring them. Okay. Oh, you could specify ignore empty string, making like a true. So we can ignore that. But passed, yeah. Okay. Run the original rule. Yeah, we can now run the original rule, right? So run the rule. And there's error. If there are errors, we could return the error with the message. Yeah, if it's an error. If not, we can just stringify the error. Nice. This is good stuff. So yeah, I really like this Anchor library and how it solved like the very first code we saw, how the author was checking if someone unintentionally passing the string true, we just make it true, the boolean, which is really handy. So hope you all like learn something from that. So we're gonna just chill for for the rest of the time and just me taking your questions. So are there any questions for me? We'll be going for 48 minutes, y'all. So let's have some questions and take a breather. So any questions at all? Web dev, what we just did. All right. So yeah, we do have one last thing. I was almost gonna forget that. So hope you all have subscribed and follow. All right. I'm gonna assume you did that. So let's do that. So I use Vim in VS Code. If you see the motions I've been doing, so I did make a tweet if I'm the only one that use Vim in VS Code. So it makes me use Vim motions, right? So right now I'm not really. So you can see how I can navigate. Let's see. What is that? Yeah, screencast mode. So you see what I'm eating. So I'm eating K to go up and J to come down. All right. So it's really cool stuff, and I like it. So I'm gonna give the. I was gonna supposed to do the confetti for the view thingy, but of course I'm gonna do it now because I want to show off confetti. Yeah. So that's it. So the extension I use is called AmpVim. I think there's another one, VS Code Vim or something. Wait, let me. It's called Vim in VS Code. Oh my god. Marketplace. So this one is VS Code Vim, right? It's very wow, 4 million installs. It's really popular. But the one I use is AmpVim. AmpVim. How popular is AmpVim? So this is the one I use. I don't know, it really works better for me. I think it has something to do with mapping and search. So this one I find that this one works better for me. But you could of course use the other one. So this is what I use, and I think yeah. So that's it. It's very mad. Instead of so if I want to scroll right, you have to use. Now I'm using the trackpad right. Scroll all the way to the top. You got to do that. But with Vim, one very cool motion I like is if I do GG, I get to the top. If I do um Shift G, I get to the bottom, right? And I could search. So if I want to search for all memo, right? I could hit enter to look for all instant of memo, right? And I search with the /, and when I find it, I could just do escape, and I'm on this line. I could go to the front of the line with Shift A. It's just some cool stuff, right? I could replace the character with arrow, then the character I want you to replace it, I could undo with you. Cool stuff, right? It just makes you very efficient with moving around Vim. So you all check it out, and that's the setup. I think I have some a setting. I don't know if it's here, or maybe it's my shortcuts. This yes, this one. So finder fix, right? So this is the only snippet of code I had to like do to make the finder fix. So by default, it doesn't behave like this. Where so if I hit enter, I want it to go to the next line. If they just it doesn't behave like this. So I just did like a key mapping to like so once I'm doing a find, right? Or let's say I'm looking for enter. Once I hit enter, it looks for all the instances of enter. Okay. So which is the better behavior I wanted. So that was just what I just did in there. So nothing serious, nothing fancy. So yeah, so if you're using VS Code and Vim, let me know. If not, you could try it out and also let me know. Okay, so we have some cool questions here. Hi David, welcome. So the first one is, how long does it take to learn JS? Hi Philip. So for me, I am still learning JavaScript. If you go to Twitter, my header, you see, let's learn JavaScript together, because you can't learn JavaScript totally, all right? Because there's always something new to learn, and the more you use it, the more you get better at it. But there's no finish line. It's just it's an everyday thing, right? Like every day you do it, every day you get better. So you can't completely learn it, right? So I've been doing JavaScript for a while, and I can never tell you that I've mastered JavaScript. You never hear that from me. All I can tell you is that I keep getting better, keep learning it, and that's why I do the workshop in the Salesforce community so people can learn JavaScript. And so you're always learning. So most people say, okay, how long will I learn JavaScript before I like learn a framework like React or Vue? The answer is you keep learning both. So there's always going to be gap and gain as you learn. The gap is the areas you have not known. So for example, when I made the tweet about the void keyword, most people tell me that they have never seen void, the void operator in JavaScript before. And I've been doing JavaScript for a while. They use framework, right? But it's okay because there's always going to be a gap because JavaScript is a broad language. So you always keep going back and then it's like read the MDN documentation, go take a refresher because or read articles, just keep learning it. Like for example, how many do you know the entire array methods? I know I don't, but I do stuff with array, right? So take out time to refresh your brain. You can never learn it all. Yes, Barbara. Like just what Barbara said. There is no time frame. It's forever. Like I've always said. I've always said this. When you acknowledge and you accept that you're never going to stop learning your web dev journey, your life becomes simple. Like for me, my life is simple because I know forever I'm going to be learning okay, for as long as I'm doing JavaScript, like or doing web development, I'm always going to be learning it, right? Like even Vue my framework of choice, I don't know everything about it, right? So it's okay. You just need to learn enough to keep moving forward, right? Like learn enough to do stuff. And the more you do, the more stuff you do, the more you get better at it. All right. So David said the fact that there's always some exactly David, that's just it. So you're just gonna be troubling yourself if you think you're gonna like just master everything. So yeah, we what's the time? We've gone for 55 minutes, so we'll be wrapping up now. I hope you all enjoy this source diving with Kelvin stream. Let me know what you think about everything we've talked about. Remix, Anchor, and my Vim stuff. Let me know if you like the Vim motion and if you're using Vim already. So I think it's what I think and a lot of developers think. So like having to use the mouse on your editor most of the time, it's not that efficient. And using shortcuts and key bindings, like this one, I really use it. Or you could see me right. Command P for like switching profiles. All right, and if I do Command PP, like I just keep going down the list, right? And it just selects it. So it's really fast. I love it. Right? There's a ton of shortcuts you could learn that make your life easy. All right. And Command KE will open my Explorer. Command KB will close it. Command C, gonna like open it again, toggle it out. I just have a bunch of all these. Command KX would open the extensions thingies. All right. Command KG open Git things. All right, so learn your shortcuts. Use Vim, just the basic Vim. I don't know a lot about Vim. All right, but for example, I know I can do DW to delete a word, right? Which is really good. I could do D2W to delete two words. It's just cool stuff, and everything. It's so easy for me to like. Okay, let's see. Okay, I will select it and I delete it. No, come on. I just find it's much more efficient that way. Okay, so yeah, we are wrapping up. So thank you everyone for joining. See you the same time next week, Thursday, 2:30 p.m. WAT West African time. Please share, invite a friend, ask questions as always. How do you create key bindings and view existing key bindings? Yeah, for sure. I'm using Visual Studio Code, right? So we have keyboard shortcuts as JSON, right? You could do the UI. I always like manipulating the JSON. So these are, you can see I have a lot of shortcuts here already. Yes, thank you, Lenny. Yes, it returns undefined, the void thing. So back to you, dear Dua. So this is how you define it. So it's a JSON array of objects with the key and the command. So this is how I do it. So for my View Explorer, the one I've done before, Command KE, this is what powers it. And these are APIs that VS Code exposed for you, to you, that you could do that. So you could see this is for source code management, which is Command KG, Command KD for the debug. I said this, right? This is not like these commands these are custom made. Probably should update or upload this to GitHub or something, right? So this is like for live share. If I want to do live share things, all right. So yeah, we've seen the extensions one. So this is to toggle the sidebar, right? I like this one because I don't like my sidebar being open when I code. And command, yes, this is to focus on active editor, which is Command E. So you could see as I do it, it's going to like show you what it's doing, right? So this is because I have, okay, the terminal. This is my terminal. Can you see it, David? This is my terminal. It wasn't open, but now it is. Oh yes, I was doing all that stuff without showing you the editor. Classic Kelvin. All right. So yeah, so sorry about that. I think I need to make a screen where I see your comments and I still see myself, so I don't make that mistake again. So everything I was explaining, this was what I was talking about, right? So Command KE is set up in a keybindings.json. You could search for it by doing Shift Command P and just type keyboard shortcuts. You see the one with JSON? That's the one you want. All right. So this is my definition. It's an array. It's an array of objects which have the key and the command. All right. So these commands are the APIs that VS Code expose for you. So we have the workbench.view.explorer, which is this thing magic here. So when I do Command KE, it's going to be there. So let's close this. If I do Command KE, I have it. If I do Command KG, I have the source control, right? Command KD for the debugger, Command KS for live share. If you have live share thing, this one's everything here is custom. I probably should have this, like I said, on GitHub. Then Command KX is for the extensions, KB for the toggle, because of course I don't like having it's open when I code. KE, Command E. They have Command T. This one is for like my terminal, right? For if I could toggle the terminal like so. All right, so these are all API, and I have this really nice toggle font size, right? It's using an extension called toggle. So now this is, since I'm streaming, right? I have like a big font size which is 40. Where is it? Sorry, which is 24, right? And the line height of 67. So if I do KK, it's going to go back to like my actual work font size, which is not good for stream because you can see it. So when I do KK again, Command KK. Oh, I like how that sound, Command KK. so yeah, so that's it. I hope you all could see that, and I hope that answered your question. So this is how you define it, right? This one is uses an extension like called toggle. Is it? Yeah, this one toggle. It makes me do this. Right, so and have more shortcuts like that. So if I'm on the File Explorer, I could duplicate with Command D and stuff like that. Command N to create a new. Just all shortcuts with me. Just all shortcuts. I like it. Yeah. So hope you all catch that. So sorry I wasn't sharing the last time. I need to find a way to bring the chats on this. So maybe just above me, right? Just so I could see it, right? And also converse, so I don't have to switch all the time. But I don't know how to do that. I use Ecamm for the stream, so I think OBS can do that. I don't like OBS, so I'll find a way, or we'll just stick to this and hope I don't make that mistake again. So yeah, thank you. We are way past time. Woo! So yeah, thank you everyone for your time. Thank you for coming. Do bring a friend next time. And until next Thursday, stay well, focus on competence, and see you on the next stream. Bye.